Hi, my name is Alyssa, and this is my low-tech eye gaze board for Ethan. We will be using partnered assisted scanning throughout the board. I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute, but first let me just give you a tour of each of the boards. So actually we will start with our core. So we've got, the main stuff like I, and then the verb corresponding with that. And just all of the who, what, when, where, why, couple questions, feel, need, want, and then also very important directions. So if he needs to guide where his headrest or his wheelchair goes, or where to go in the classroom, he can easily kind of just point that out. Now the core will correspond with the star. So every time Ethan wants to go back to the core, he would look at the star. The next page is what I would say is social and emotions. So we've got a lot of different emojis on here, and even this, I imagine he would be using at lunchtime also with his friends. Put a couple other fun things in there like curse and food fight, because he is a 7th grader. So, and just top emojis that I think would be helpful for reactions. So anytime he wants to go to that page, he would look all the way over here to the smiley face, unhappy face, and that would bring us back here. We are going then to the alphabet / numbers. This is actually what I'm going to use to show you how to use the eye gaze with the assisted scanning in just a minute after I give this little tour. Okay, and here we have English class. So it is based off of the book Holes. If you have read the book Holes or even seen the movie, you know that the onion is a very big motif that comes up. So I did put some figurative language in there, like motif, metaphor. At one point the kids do flee. So, and just the major, so we've got the title, some major characters, some major themes in there. Next lesson is math. I was thinking more along the lines of fractions, adding and subtracting them, talking about which ones are greater or less than. And I did also include the numbers here just because it's math, so we're going to need that a little bit more often. So, I mean, if he could go back to the ABC page, but not, I think it's just easier to kind of have that accessible there. Our next lesson is history. This is a lesson on the Civil War. Actually had to customize a lot of icons here. There's only a couple that had pictures like Harriet Tubman and Abraham Lincoln. But we do have all of the major battles. We've got Ulysses S. Grant and Stonewall Jackson and all of the major figures in the Civil War, so that he can engage in the lesson and, participate and have that vocab available, right? Our next lesson is on, I'm going to say ecology. I'm sorry, the pronunciation. So we're actually talking about like a lot of his weather. I put stratosphere, troposphere, pressures, high and low, the elements as well. And I was thinking of an environmental science class that he would be in 7th grade. And then for his specials class, I included music. The cool thing about that is, he could look and say, this is when the bell is. Now, depending on, his abilities, he might even be able to ring the bell or utilize different instruments. What did I include in here? Oh, the xylophone, and then the different types of notes as well, but wrist bells. That's one that he could use. And then I have sing, whistle, hum, stomp feet, clap. There's lots of different actions that he can do to participate in music class. So, okay, so the question is, how does this work? So we've got, I'm going to go back to the alphabet page, and remember, we can access that when he looks over to the alphabet. That triggers me to know, hey, okay, so each image in each box has a color corresponding to it. So it's actually a two-step process. First, the person is going to look at the letter. Let's say they want to say D. I'm not sure, so I say, okay, is it E? They would continue to look at the color that D is, which is red. So it's like, oh, D. Then I would write that down. I'm actually going to show you how this works with a partner. So if you just give me 1 second, please. Okay. Hi, Mitch. Can you please look at the letter that you would like to share? Okay. Is it red? Please look at the color that, okay, black. So that's B. Look at me if it is B. Okay, great. B. Next letter, please. Okay. Is it E? Oh, looking at me. Okay, great. E. Next letter, please. Okay. Is it A? Look at the color if it is that. And confirm. Is it A? Great. Looking at me. Thank you. Just going to move it a little bit so you can see. Sorry, guys. Next letter, please. Is it R? Okay, you're looking at the pink. So that would be U. Look at me if it is U. Okay, great. Next letter, please. Is it T? Look at me if it is T. Okay. And, okay. Y, please look at the color. And it is Y. Look at me if it is Y. Great. Beauty, look at me if it is beauty. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so again, we're just looking at, and I can show you with with one that has, thank you so much for your help. I can show you one that has the pictures on it. So here you see the background is pink, and maybe I'm thinking, oh no, he actually maybe he wants Lunchaid. He's like, no, I don't want Lunchaid. I want Lunchbox. So you would look at that pink to confirm. And you could say, look at me, or you can say, for no, close your eyes, or, you know, that's something you can establish in the beginning. So, and again, if they need to let you know that they need to go to the core, they look at the star, emotions for here, and then ABC 1, 2, 3 here. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please write them down. I'm very happy to share. You can customize this very easily because the pages slip in and out. And there was a great program online that helped me create these boxes. And actually, I don't think I had shown you this. This is important. The opposite side is here, so I can see what they're looking at, right? Which is very helpful. But yeah, it's very customizable. You can add, you can subtract. But yeah, this has definitely been a labor of love. So again, any questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you so much for your time.